This is Chapter 6-1, Properties of Exponents. Today's objective is that you can simplify using properties of exponents. Warm-up, simplify all the following using a calculator if you need to. You can see the 4 different kind of types that you need to do. Again, you can use a calculator if you need to. If you haven't done this yet, go ahead and pause the video and try these. We will be continuing on. Alright, so hopefully these, for the most part, might have been a little bit reviewed. There may have been some kind of new stuff in here for you, but they are kind of all really necessary for what we're doing. So, for the first one, 2 squared. This is the same as 2 times 2, which, as we know, is 4. 2 to the third power is the same as 2 times 2 times 2. We already know that 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. 2 to the fourth power, we kind of take this same idea. 2 to the third was 8, we do one more, so that makes 16. 2 to the negative second. This one might have been a little bit different. If you plug this into a calculator, you needed to kind of make sure that you go 2, you have that caret button, and then put it in parentheses. I kind of always find makes it so that it actually comes out right. And so I do this parenthesis, -2, close the parenthesis. And whenever you got that, you should have gotten 0.25. And you may have been like, well, how did that happen? And what this is when we have this negative here, it puts it on the other side of the fraction bar. And so it turns into 1 over 2 squared, which is the same as 1 over 4, which is 1/4, or 0.25. Last one, 2 to the 0 power. Anything to the 0 power is 1. And what makes that kind of really nice is for this entire next one where it says the 0 exponent. 3 to the 0 power is 1. 4 to the 0 power is 1. -1 to the 0 power is 1. 14 to the 0 power is 1. 9 to the 0 power is 1. And for some people, they go like, but why? Like, why is it not 0? Because we're multiplying by 14 0 times, right? Well, what kind of is happening here is we can go 1 times however many times we are multiplying. And in this case, we'd never add on anything else, so it's just 1. Alright, first exponent. Much like the 0 exponent, these ones are typically kind of quick for a lot of people to get. Sometimes not so much, but what it is anything to the first power is itself. So this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 14, and this is -4. The negative exponent is if I have a negative exponent, so x to the negative n, this is going to be 1 over x to the n. And so kind of putting it on the other side of that fraction bar turns it into a positive. And it works the other way too. If I had 1 over x to the negative n, this would be the same as x to the n. Alright, so working on the first one, I'm just going to leave these, I'm not going to turn these into decimals, I'm going to just leave them as fractions. And so this turns into 1 over 3 to the first power. And really I kind of did that one because it's just first power. 4 to the -2 is the same as 1 over 4 squared, which is 1 over 16. 5 to the -3 is the same as 1 over 5 to the third, which is 1 over 125. 14 to the -1 is 1 over 14 to the first power. And then finally, -4 to the -1 is 1 over -4 to the first. And these parentheses are important, not so much on this one, but kind of in the future, those parentheses are going to be important. All right, that takes care of the warm-up. Have a good one.